Perfect. So I just want to thank everybody for taking time out of their evening to join in. My name is Kathleen Vicenzotti. If we haven't met yet, it is just an honor to be with you today. I want to thank you again for giving of your time to come on and connect with us about the Pure Culture Beauty opportunity. Whether you're here to learn more as a customer, you're interested in an income opportunity, or just curious on what's cutting edge coming in the health and wellness and beauty industry, we're just glad that you're here today. I know this was just a small private event, and some of you were invited by a friend who thought enough of you that thought you would be interested in learning more and hearing about what we're up to. So before we get started, I'm going to let the team that's on here introduce themselves, and I'm going to kick it to Jacob McLean first, and then Nicole, and then I'm going to have Joy Chen, our founder and CEO, introduce herself. We'll do some introductions. Then we'll tell you all about the mission and the brand, and then some opportunities of how you can get involved. And at which time I'll bring up a slide deck because I know some of you want to be able to follow around, maybe take screenshots. And then that way, this can also be a recording that we can share with other people who are excited about the future of skincare. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you, Jacob McLean.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Kathleen, for organizing this and getting together a small, intimate group here as we dig into what's coming and what we've been working on for the last, 14 months or so. We are super excited to share this with the leading edge group here. I'm Jake, it says Jacob, but I just go by Jake. It's way shorter. I live in Dallas, Texas. I've worked in social selling since 2007. And I got my start in the channel when I was a young, impressionable, overworked consultant at Deloitte and never expected to get involved in this nonstop, exciting world. I wouldn't have it any other way. But we know that direct sales has changed a lot over the last 25 years with respect to exclusivity to a specific company, a move to more online influence and people representing multiple brands. But I think most importantly, we're seeing after COVID something really experiential and consultative and products that feel like services. So I met Joy through the chief commercial officer at Beauty Counter, who I had an amazing opportunity to work with. Joy will probably not mention it, but they were Harvard Business School classmates. So I was like, oh, well, this Joy woman must know something about what she's talking about. So let's have a meeting and see what we can do. And she had put together this incredible brand sold at retail and online. And like I mentioned, Beauty Counter, that was my passion project and biggest achievement in the channel. I helped Greg start that company in 2011, pre-revenue, and was there all the way up through the exit. Now I know we know it didn't go so well after private equity took over and didn't really understand the way we work in direct sales. But it's time to do it again and build another incredible powerhouse brand. And I'm so thrilled you have the opportunity to meet us, really get to know what we're all about, and as we move through the evening, what we're up to and how special this product line is. So thank you so much for the chance to meet all of you, and we're looking forward to working together.
Thank you, Jacob. And I'm so excited that you were able to just to share that. And yes, Jacob was key in creating a $1 billion brand over there. So, I'm pretty excited about what we're going to be able to
It
do
was really,
here.
really fun. But it was
Yes.
all the people in the field and headquarters that made it fun. So time for more fun.
Time for more fun. Awesome. And speaking of fun, Nicole Kong is just having fun and flew back in to be here with you guys today. So, Nicole, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Kathleen. Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole Kong. I'm really thrilled to be here today to meet all of you. And so how I came to the picture here, I have the privilege working with Kathleen and Joy at Ruby Ribbon. And I joined, that's where I gained my direct sales experience. I was there nearly a decade. And I joined when it first opened for business. And I roll up my sleeves and as the finance leader to help build out the accounting functions from the ground up. And I help the company get through audits, equity fundings, tons of system implementations, and a lot more. But I want you guys to know I don't just live behind the spreadsheets. I work very closely with our sales teams, helping them to shape the commission plans, incentive programs, and help develop strategies that help the business grow, recruiting, help with retentions, and help drive real financial results. And I'm really passionate about connecting the dots between strategies, numbers, and people. And I'm really excited to be here, and I'm a loyal customer to the the beauty product myself. So I'm really thrilled to be able to be part of this new journey that we're taking on. And
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. Yes, and I can vouch. I worked with Nicole for many years, make sure we had the funds and the support to do the things we needed to bring the brand to life. So I'm super excited that she's here. Um, sharing with you and being a part of this new venture so that you can tell already we have this clout behind us of people who have experience and proven success, and they're willing to invest their time and resources to get this brand off with our leader Joy Chen, who I'm going to introduce to you next. I met Joy again at Ruby Ribbon when she was an interim CEO there, and we really connected, and I just really loved her vision, her leadership, and while she was there she made a big impact. And I know we're going to do great things. She's going to make a big impact in the beauty space, continuing the brand she started in 2020. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Joy, to introduce yourself and kick off how Pure Culture came to be.
Thanks, Kathleen. And I'm so excited because I'm so excited to meet all of you, and also kind of we meet kind of some similar faces that we've seen in the past. But very excited to be working with Jake, Kathleen, and Nicole on this. Super excited with the concept, but not just the concept, but also the people that are around us. So super excited. I don't know if most of you know my background, but my background has been probably 30 years or so in health and wellness, and then probably about 20 years in beauty, and love the beauty industry. There's a lot that we can still do in the industry. And one of the reasons why really came up with this whole area of pure culture was around the fact that brands today only starts with the product itself, and really doesn't start with your skin, right? All of our skin right now is completely different. And with us on Pure Culture Beauty, we really start with your skin and knowing what that is before we design the right products for you. So that's a really big kind of reason of why we believe that there's really an opportunity. But there's so many people that are unhappy with the skincare that they have because they start with the product, they start to hear about what the consumers or their friends are using, but then yet we all have very, very different skin. So super excited about this. I also have another partner, which is the co-founder of Pure Culture, and his name is Vic Caselli. And unfortunately, Vic cannot be here today. But Vic is the chemist of MAC Cosmetics when it first started. So he was really the man behind all the wonderful formulas that MAC has today. And he was a true chemist behind that brand. And then he was also went on selling that company, and then became the entrepreneur for Cover FX, which is another foundation skincare brand. And then shortly after that, he also sold that, and then decided to start Pure Culture with me. So here we are, very excited about talking to you a little bit more about the opportunity that we have in front of us, and how the products work.
Thank you, Joy. Really, really appreciate you taking the time to be on this call with us. I know you got lots of things. Actually, Joy is flying tomorrow to inspect some of the formulations that are in the works for our launch. So safe travels tomorrow, Joy, and thank you again for being here and bringing us all together, because none of us would be here without Joy. And I think her experience in the industry and what I've learned from her attention to detail and her commitment to making sure things are done in fair and equitable way with always community and the individual mind is something. And I just love how you started this, is that the skincare starts with you first and not the other way around. Is because you were made for more than off the shelf and your skin was made for more than off the shelf. And that's what we're going to bring to you. So we're just going to kind of casually go through this presentation deck. Pure Culture Beauty, as Joy mentioned, was started by Joy and Victor, and it's really going to really change the landscape of skincare, in my opinion, and in the team's opinion, because it truly is simple and it's the customized future of personal care and healthy skin. And they really going to go together as we bring this brand to life. So you've heard a little bit about the team. We're going to talk about the difference and some of the financial opportunities that we have here. But truly, Pure Culture Beauty was designed to take the guesswork out of skin wellness with truly customized products formulated for you. And again, I just love the statement of that. You are better than off the shelf. Like, we're starting with you in mind first, and then engineering the skincare to meet your personal goals. And that's something you don't see in the space today. And the way we're building a community of change makers, and I'm going to ask Jake to fill in on the changing the narrative of affiliate selling. But I say that I feel we're revolutioning skin wellness because too many people spend too much money for products that don't work for them. And if you saw my drawer, I think I shared an image of it last week. Like, I had so many things in there that are like half used, not used. And I fell in love once I found the products. It really worked for me with my age spots, and love the textures and consistencies. And what's so exciting is that we're going to really bring truly customized regimes to consumers all around the world. And we're really looking to partner with the next generation affiliate superstars. And Jake, you mentioned a lot has changed. So how are we changing the narrative on affiliate selling here?
And when I introduced myself, I really did say social selling instead of direct selling because direct selling's always evolved. But at the core of the way we go to market as a channel, and I usually say channel instead of industry, is that personal recommendation is the most powerful decision maker when anybody is considering a purchase, big or small. And we'll talk about, the role of skincare in somebody's wallet and in their monthly spend and how it can be optimized. But our passion is around brands that reward people. We could say, okay, we're just going to go sell on Amazon or we're going to buy a bunch of ads. But I really sit here and think, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos have enough money. And what I've really been called to do in my career is create opportunities for people to make 50, 100, 150, 500, 5,000, $50,000 a month, depending on the level of mentorship that they want to share with other people, and if they so decide to build a business. But there's so much right now that is stopping people from participating in direct sales, in social selling, the next generation. It's too complicated. It's too much work. It costs money to join. And we looked at all of these, and hopefully we'll see tonight, and we can always follow up with more, that we've built something, a rewards plan that sits between affiliate marketing, which is no fun because you're doing that alone. And what support do you have? And everybody's sharing these links out there. It's not very meaningful. And traditional direct sales, which can have these really complicated compensation plans and all these rules. And to me, worst of all, say, hey, if you want to do this, then you need to buy this $500 kit so that you can experience this product. Well, with this product line, there's no kit to buy because every product is specially made for the person receiving it. So we wanted to create something that's open, no risk. There's so many stories over my career of onboarding and direct sales and people overcoming all of this adversity. And when you read it back, it can sound like kind of a negative experience. But we want to make something that's all upside, no downside, no cost, no risk. And when Joy told me about her approach to the product line, I was like, wow, this is really conducive to exactly that, where we can create something where that's really simple and how people get paid, that you don't have to know hundreds of products and numbers of those products and people's skin types because the algorithm, the flow, the AI is going to take care of that for them. And then, hey, you can actually buy a kit. We want you to experience the product first as a customer, but there's no point in loading somebody up with $500 worth of product they don't need just to pay a bonus, because the product's so specific to each individual's needs. So that's my passion point. Obviously, love skincare, but I've got to be honest, what I love more is returning value to people who grow a brand with us. And this is, to me, the most amazing opportunity I've seen to do it. So I had to get on board, and here we are a year and a half later.
Thanks so much, Jake, and we're so glad that you are here and a part of it. And it is just so true. Like we want to have a community of people who want to run a business around their life and lifestyle and have fun doing it and really feel connected not only to the products that they're sharing, but the community that they're sharing it with. So super excited. So we are changing the narrative on direct sales. No complicated kits, no complicated comp plan, pretty simple as you see. So we're really excited. So we're really just taking again the guesswork out of skin wellness with truly customized products formulated for you in a simple pay plan. We met Joy, but I just wanted to see the screenshot so you can just see her credentials on screen, right? 25 years in consumer goods. She's a clean beauty expert championing product performances for over 2 decades. She is also a leader who mentors entrepreneurs and students through Girls Inc. And was really just searching for an effective product was her inspiration for test-based solutions. So Joy, again, thank you for bringing this to life. And as she mentioned, her other partner, Victor, was the one who formulated MAC Cosmetics. So you think he's got a little bit of success stories underneath his belt. Founded Cover FX. He was also internationally recognized for leading in the industry for over 30 years. And he also, what I loved hearing Vic and seeing him light up was also about improving beauty industry sustainability as the co-founder of Pack Collective, which I think is something we're not going to get into too much here today, but making the impact for me, environment impact is very important. And being aligned with companies who care about the environment in the future for our children and grandchildren always rank high with me. And Victor, founded this collective because beauty industry is one of the largest contributing wastes to
Believe it.
our global, and he was actually inspired by me in 23andMe testing for this. That's how the skincare tests came. So as you get to meet Victor, you'll hear his story personally. So perfect. You heard, some of the stats. This is a good screenshot one if you're looking for some talking points of why Pure Culture and why customize now is, over 50% of consumers are dissatisfied with their skincare. Oftentimes they have to buy 3 products to find one that works for them.
Have we all experienced this? Yes.
Yes. Anybody else? I'm not the only one. And the other
Yes,
thing
ma'am.
is skincare standards primarily focused on Caucasian consumers, while 40% of the population are people of color. And love the fact that personalization allows not only to take into your personal skincare goals, but also your genetic skin and your actual skin test. And it also accounts for aging, and as you get older, your skin changes, and seasonally it changes. And then also based on where you live changes, and your goals might change. So Pure Culture Beauty is also going to be serving and solving for so many consumers out there. And plus, again, getting back to because you have just-in-time manufactured products, you eliminate excess inventory and can help eliminate, because as we shared, 79% end up in landfills. I mean, that's pretty sad.
That's what really struck me. I was like, oh my God, the personalization is so amazing because that is so on trend, right? The academic set would call it, customer intimacy or mass personalization. But layering in this story was what was really fascinating to me about the degree of trial and error. And as somebody who's been in the skincare industry a long time, I can talk about it too, because I'm just as guilty of it and created this situation. But I really had no idea that there was this much unused product going to waste and this much trial and error, which results in such a massive cost to the consumer. Like we always focus on, oh, this is a premium product and it's $100. That's a lot of money. But how many $100 products did you have to buy to find that one? On average, it's $300 down the drain. And that was something that I thought was so fascinating as I got to know this brand and helped bring it along here.
Awesome.
Ju-
Forceful, right, Joe? Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
just one other thing. I think that the other thing that people are finding is that people are finding their skin to be pretty sensitive over time. And I think that comes from people trying different products that may actually conflict with each other. I mean, so many of us probably don't even know ingredient lists are in our products. And sometimes when we use them and layer them on top of each other, actually are not great for our skin. So that's the other piece that's actually when we try all these products by trial and error, it actually ends up hurting our skin as well.
Thank you, Joy. That was such a great ad. And we really want people to have the most concentrated, effective products that work for them rather than just kind of guessing and trying multiple different things. So one of the things, and getting into that, this slide kind of addresses out there right now. You have on the left side personalization, on the right bottom accessibility, right? And you look like you can get one of a kind personalization at a very niche, high cost, through estheticians. Curology are up there offering this service. We're offering personalization in an efficient, scalable way. I think that's really the sweet spot. As you look right here, we're giving people um, one of a kind solutions at a mass produced price and at a value uh, product offering. So you look at some of these other brands that you might be familiar with, Pure Culture is the only one that's setting itself up at the top where it's efficient, scalable, but also giving you that personalization. No other brand is positioned to deliver truly personalized, risk-free results like Pure Culture Beauty. And we're really excited about that technology and being able to bring that to you. Um, because we really are changing the industry because we want to focus on the performance for skin health, as Joy said, because skin health, when you have healthy skin, it looks good, right? And the truly innovative formulas we're bringing to market are going to improve skin balance and well-being. And therefore, you're going to feel great and look great. It's also going to give you that confidence and comfortableness in your own skin. And it is truly inclusive. In many ways, mainstream brands are not. We go beyond that matrix, of skin conditions and concerns, right? How many of you have said, I have oily skin, I have dry skin, I have combination skin? And I would ask you, well, what season is it? And when is it? And it changes, right? So our formulas combine to match tens of thousand consumer profiles. So it's truly, truly personalized products. And then also it's accessible to all. It's, simple for consumers, yet sophisticated beyond the scenes. And I love, Jake, what you said. You don't have to know the SKUs. You don't have to recommend a formula for somebody that you don't know is going to work or not. You don't know what my skin is like. You don't know what my lifestyle is on a daily basis.
And your customer doesn't either, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Like most of the feedback you're relying on, they really don't know. They could have been told, 10 years ago that they have combination skin, so that's what they're buying. When 75% of people out there don't really understand their skin type, that's where our testing and questionnaires come into place because we're not just saying, hey, what type of skin do you have? We are actually testing your face and asking about the contributors and the environmental factors that result in a skin type.
And then, of course, clean standards. I mean, none of this matters if you're using ingredients that aren't clean and pure. We want not only things that work, but we also want to make sure that they perform, that they're natural, that they're safe to use, they're ethically sourced, and they're sustainable. And it goes beyond just the packaging and ingredients. But again, as Jake and we talked about earlier, is reducing consumer trial and error purchasing. And then we're also redefining the beauty supply chain. And then, Joy, did you want to add something else?
So a lot of our ingredients that we use, they are actually already qualified for the EU, which is a European standard, which is which is a pretty tall order. And then also, we don't use any silicone in our products. Silicone is it's a product that's not biodegradable, also not sustainable. So we decided not to use that, and also not great for your skin. And then the final piece is that we don't use really any fragrance in our product.
Can you see where we're unique? And the thing we want to just really stress is that the web is filled with quizzes asking dozens of questions to match complex needs to simple product lines, right? They give you 1, 2, or 3 bundles. They funnel this in. Ours,
Why are you asking me 20 questions when there's 3 options?
right.
We've all experienced it. It's crazy.
Right? So we're going to ask questions, but we're actually going to do a test. So basically, we're going to ask you to set your preferences. You choose your skincare goals and your sensitivities. We ask you about your lifestyle, your environment, and more. Then you take a skin test at home. We're going to send you a test, a physical test. This is really fun. It also makes it social so that, like, if you are looking to share this, you could show you taking a test, show people, hey, do you really want to know what your skin is? And we can give them a test. It's a great interactive tool for in-person networking events. If anywhere that you're with women, you use a kit to test your skin condition, pH, and barrier health at home. No need to mail anything back. So you're going to take the test and compare it. Then you're going to get your results in custom formulas. We're going to send a skin analysis results, and your custom formula are delivered to your door with your personalized formulations. And then basically you're able to track your progress and update your skin analysis and skincare regime, at your cadence. And then we do recommend quarterly check-ins for optimal care to make sure your formula doesn't need to be changed. And our machine learning improves with feedback too. Like once we start seeing the results, we're going to be able to take that. So that's pretty exciting, the whole actual test and monitoring opportunity afterwards. And, as Joy said, it's clean without compromise. We only use the latest clean ingredients that have been clinically proven. Victor hand selects every ingredient that we use in our personalized formulas, and we also ensure that they're ethically sourced. And then all the ingredients in our personalized formulas work together to deliver overall skin health without any conflicts. That's the other thing, which is really nice. A lot of people might have sensitivity, allergies, different things, and you're able to note that in your skincare quiz, and we're able to generate products that are going to work together and play nice together with themselves. And if you have other favorite things that you can use, they're not going to conflict. And you can always check and ask with us as well. And as Joy mentioned, beyond EU clean standards, we've banned over 2,700 toxic ingredients that do not meet our clean standards, which are more rigorous than most. Again, sustainable packaging is also going to leave a positive carbon footprint. We're bottling in recyclable glass and sugarcane tubes, 100% recyclable, FSC certified paper, and we plant trees for every one used. And so there's less waste too. So it's a feel good product, fewer products in the landfills, and helps your client save money. So the opportunity, let's take a look at that, right? So really, basically, we're taking clean and custom and putting it together. We're really intersecting one of the fastest growing categories, right? Because everybody out there is becoming aware of clean and how important it is. Your skin is your largest organ, and what you put on it goes almost directly into your bloodstream. And customization. People want personalization and customization. It's just a trend in the marketplace. Everybody sees that. You want to be seen, heard, and valued for who you are, and you don't want to be an off-the-shelf type of person. And we're really positioned for great growth. Anything you want to add, Jake, or anything, Joy, to this?
From a corporate strategy perspective, right, there's always this question of where do you play? And, skincare is competitive. There's a lot of brands out there and a lot of opportunities, but we really chose a niche that combines something that over my career has proven out as something the market really wants, which is the clean aspect of things. But what number of brands, I really can't think of any that are doing this at a scale and at a price point that makes it accessible to everybody. So the custom piece is going to be so critical in really a message that de-influences conventional wisdom, right? This is not about buy our 14-piece ultra complicated get ready with me hour-long TikTok. This is about quit wasting your money on things that actually you don't need and that don't really work for your skin type, and get the things that really matter that are customized to you. And it's a really fresh message in a really crowded market space.
Love it. Thank you, Jake. So true, right?
Right.
We just give me something that's going to
Right.
work.
Right.
I don't have time. I don't have time. And our ambassador affiliate model that we're looking at is really takes the best of simple selling.
But
Yeah.
it's really just about something that doesn't require a lot of skill to sell. Right. I mean, in traditional direct sales, there's this massive product assortment. You have to figure out what you're going to focus on first and who's going to want what. Then here, it's just, here's a test. And then this process is going to educate you on what you need. And then we're going to connect you with custom products that fit your needs exactly. And like I said before, it's not a lot of fun to just sit there alone with your ring light and do your thing. You know, the what really makes social selling thrive is the chance to connect. And there's no time where this is more important than now. In prior roles, I've told folks, I was the head of sales. Maybe I was a terrible head of sales, but all I said was, I don't care if you sell anything or not. Get people together, have a conversation, give somebody a reason to belong because there is a loneliness epidemic in this country and it is more deadly than smoking, 20 cigarettes. There's a stat out there from the CDC. It's not great for people to be isolated, and being in commerce together is amazing. That's how I've met most of my friends is through jobs and through our fields and companies. And with this product line, lastly, you can sell it any way you want. That in-person connection is super important, as Kathleen touched on, with the ability to hand out a kit, do kits together. But it's also really conducive to if you or your friends have a big social media following, it's really all digitally enabled, and it's so simple that it can be conveyed in a single reel about what makes a difference, how the product stands out, and how you go about the process of getting connected. Very, very simple to operate the business, no complicated back office. The website will run on Shopify, so if people have Shop Pay, super simple for them to check out. Not a lot of complexity again, right? There aren't hundreds of SKUs simply because the customer doesn't need to see that. We have all of this complexity in the warehouse, all of that sophistication, but that's seamless to the end user. So we'll use, less is more is the philosophy here, that we can touch more people and we can operate more efficiently and we can scale faster. Your businesses can scale faster without all the administrative nonsense to learn.
Yeah.
We can
Simple tools, simple sharing. And Pure Culture has a loyal and engaged base already. They have the benefit of a trial. So you're starting with a company that has some legs and proof of concept. The repurchase rate was 1.5 times the industry average. 70% repeat customers. And it was 2 times industry web conversion, meaning when people came to the website, they bought twice as much,
And
twice
that's
as many
like,
times.
and in
It's
social
huge.
selling, we have sky high conversion rates, right? Like if it's already that high to begin with, because in the channel, nobody's coming to your website unless someone told them about it, and their purchase intent is pretty high. But, and the last stat on here, 2.5 times the industry standard open rate. This is incredibly important from an ambassador social seller vantage point, that customer churn is the most defeating negative part of this experience. And in channel wide, customers buy 3 times. So if we can outperform that significantly here, that provides a really nice stable base of volume coming in to power your earnings. And for the people who maybe don't wish to be leaders, but want that supplemental income and a couple $100s a month to buy a camp in the summer or a pair of shoes and not have to stress out when school supply time comes around.
So
We
true.